So last week we talked about why multiple offers are back. This week and next I want to share with you 8 techniques that our company is using to win in multiple offers just shy of 50% of the time. Let's get right to it. The first one is the mindset of the buyer. None of the rest of the techniques I'm going to share with you work if you don't set the right mindset with your buyer. Your buyers have to understand that they are going to be competing for a scarce resource. And so from the very first time that you meet with them, if they're in a price range or a market segment where you feel like they're going to be in competition, you want to talk about the fact that demand far exceeds supply and that they are going to be in competition with other buyers and how to bring your A game when you're in a competitive situation. The sooner you start talking about competition, the sooner their mindset will change and they'll internalize, kind of emotionally internalize the fact that they will be competing for a home. So you've got to set the mindset. The next one is the offer summary. This is something that a lot of agents overlook, which is very simple. Bear in mind when you're the listing agent and you've got multiple offers coming in, that's great, but it also can be overwhelming, especially if there's 5 or 6 or more of the offers coming in. And so by just simply putting a summary at the top of your email explaining the price and terms of the offer, it helps the agent process the information, helps your offer and you as a professional representing your clients stick out positively a little bit more. We'll also sometimes send the list agent a text as well. Heads up, list agent, we're sending in this offer on this property. Here's the price, here are the terms. This is when the offer expires. Look forward to hearing from you soon. The third thing is the concept of covering the gap. We've all heard of covering the gap between what the property is, what the agreed purchase price is, and what the property actually appraises for. Sellers love getting these super high prices, but it's possible because appraisers are using information from the past, but the multiple offers is based on the information of the immediate moment that we're in. It's possible there's a gap between what we agree is a fair market value for the property and what the appraiser can find as comparable homes. Well, when the buyer says, hey, if there's a gap, I will cover up to X thousands of dollars of that gap. That's pretty exciting for the seller because now they've got an insurance plan to make sure they maximize the value of their home. That's called gap coverage. And finally, this concept of writing inspection-free or offers with no inspection contingent. I just want to pause for a second and say, as real estate agents, we should never be advising our clients to do make an offer to purchase a home without having an inspection contingency. The problem is some of our peers are telling their clients, you got to make an offer without an inspection contingency if you want to get a home. And there's investors out there who are comfortable writing cash offers without inspection contingencies because they've got a totally different operating game than our clients do. So how do you win in this situation? Well, the way that you do that is with what's called a walk and talk inspection. A walk and talk inspection, simply said, is an inspector comes out for a fee during the showing. When your buyer is looking at the property, the inspector is actually walking the property separately, but in parallel at the same time, identifying those really big ticket items that could kill the finances of the buyer or wind up being kind of like a show-stopping item with the house's health, so to speak, before the buyer makes the offer. Now, it's really important that that inspection report be in writing. There's a couple inspection companies doing these that are not giving the buyer something in writing in exchange for a fee. That actually is not allowed by the state of Ohio. So there's a few companies that are doing that out there. Make sure if you're recommending this walk and talk inspection that your buyer understands or that the inspector that they're using is doing it in compliance with the state of Ohio. This walk and talk inspection is not a comprehensive inspection. There is still absolutely risk, but at least your buyer will know of any big ticket items that could give them the confidence to either to walk away from the deal or write a offer with no inspection contingency with the confidence that at least there's no huge big ticket items that could wind up kind of making things unpleasant for them once they close on the property. So that's the concept of inspections without doing an inspection, so the walk and talk inspection. Stick around and I will give you 4 more techniques that we're using that are giving us an almost 50% accepted rate during multiple offer situations.